So this is exercise video number 13, and for my exercise today, I ran 1 mile with a pace of 8 minutes and 37 seconds outside. And so whenever I first was walking before I started to run, my body was likely just using slow twitch fibers to contract my muscles, right? And so I didn't need a lot of force at that moment because I hadn't started picking up speed, I hadn't started running, and so my body didn't need to recruit those fast twitch fibers quite yet. And so Henneman's size principle states that as you increase the amount of force you need, you increase the amount of motor units recruited. And so as I went from a walking pace to a running pace, when I started running, I recruited more motor units and started using more of my fast twitch fibers. And so I moved from type 1 fibers to type 2X. And so in those fast twitch fibers, right, so they have a fast myosin ATPase, which pretty much means that ATP is able to bind to those myosin heads in order to speed up the recycling of myosin to be able to grab actin again once calcium is released from the sarcoplasmic reticulum. And so those type 2 fibers are extremely fatiguing. And so whenever I was running, I noticed that towards the end of my run, I always get fatigued. I always get so tired and I feel like I can't go anymore, right? And that is because I get this buildup of lactate and hydrogen and a buildup of inorganic phosphate from the beginning of my run when I was in the phosphocreatine system. Get a lot of buildup of inorganic phosphate because you are breaking down that, you are taking that phosphate off of creatine. And so I got a buildup of inorganic phosphate and then also lactate and hydrogen because my pyruvate was being converted into lactate, and then that hydrogen was coming from NADH because I wasn't able to keep the electron transport chain running during my run because I couldn't get enough oxygen delivered to my muscles, and so that kind of backed everything up. And so my body had to slow down and figure out how to generate ATP fastest, and so that pyruvate was being converted into lactate and then eventually going to the liver through the Cori cycle to be turned into glucose and then fed back through glycolysis.